Hey everyone, this particular video we are going to look at how we can install Java 21 on a Mac OS. The first step to do is to go to the Oracle official website, which is oracle.com.in, at the Java Technologies Downloads section. In this section you have the latest files, so if you see the latest version is Java 25 and 21. Other earlier versions, if you're interested in, are available under the Java Archive section. However, in this particular video, we will be looking at Java 21. So we'll go down and we'll click on JDK 21 option. Now, if you see, this is the Java Development Kit, which comes packed with all of the necessities for running your Java applications. And there are multiple versions depending on the OS which we use. In this case, it's going to be a Mac OS, so we will move to the Mac OS section. If you see here, there are 4 options. 2 are compressed archives and 2 are the DMG installers. Most of the programmers here are interested in the DMG installers. In that as well, you see there is an ARM64 version and an x64 version. The x64 is for the Intel chips, which is all the earlier versions of Mac, whereas ARM64 is for the latest versions, which are M1, M2, M3, and even M4 Macs. So you can get about the information from about this Mac. Once you click on it, you'll be able to see your chipset. If your chipset is an M1, M2, M3, or M4, please go for the ARM64 version, which is what I am going to go for, and we can click on download. Let this DMG installer download. It will take a couple of minutes to actually download. Now that you see the download is completed, this would have downloaded a DMG, which you can see in your download section. All you need to do now is run the DMG installer. So it's extremely simple. All you have to do is double click on this package that opens up in the DMG window. Once this is open, you need to continue, and you can choose your install locations if you want to. I'm going to continue with the default location, and then it is going to ask you for a password which you have to provide, which is your login password for the Mac. Once that is done, it's going to complete the installation, and it was as simple as this. Quick, easy steps. Now that this is done, this will ask if you want to move the DMG installer itself to bin, which is you want to delete it or not. So for now, I'm going to keep it. However, you can definitely delete once you have validated that your installation is successful. So how do we validate if the installation is successful? What you need to do is open your terminal. Once you open the terminal, what you want to do is check your Java version. If you see here, this would have shown you Java 21, which means it has installed the latest 21 version. And that helps you validate that everything's working fine. But another thing which we know when it comes to Java is that your Java home should also be rightly set. So let's quickly check that. You need to do echo $java_home, and that, if you see, is not returning the right value, which means we have not yet set the Java home. So there are steps to set Java home, which we will be doing now. To see what is our path that we actually want to put into Java home, there are a set of commands that you can run. So the first thing that you will do is to list your Java home. So this is a command you're going to copy, and I'm going to put this into the description as well. As soon as you paste, this is going to give you exactly where your Java homes are installed. So right now, if you see, I have 2 versions. One is the 21 version, which we recently downloaded in this video. The other is an older 1.8 JDK version that I have. And both of these have their own versions and their respective paths. Now, how do I add the JDK 21 to my Java home path? That is what we are going to be checking now. So in order to do that, there is again a set of steps which I have mentioned here. First thing is you want to add into your shell config, which is the zshrc in case of Mac. This could be your bash file in your Windows. So you're going to copy this, and we're going to put it into our terminal. This is going to add the Java home variable. And next thing what we're going to do is also we're going to add this Java home onto the path. So once we add it onto the path, it is part of your system path. Now you can utilize this throughout your OS. Now to reflect these changes, you need to source your file. Sometimes even closing a terminal session and opening a new session works, but most of the time we're already working on multiple terminal sessions. So the best way to ensure that any change done into your zshrc file is reflected is to source the file. Now that the file is sourced, if I try a Java home, I can now see that Java home is pointing to my JDK 21, and let's see what the contents of this source file look like. So I'm going to clear this terminal, and I'm going to vi the zshrc file. So if you see, we have added Java home and we have added the export path. And that is how you've now successfully installed Java 21. In the next video, we'll see how we can manage two different versions, which is 21 and 1.8 in this case. What if we want to switch between multiple versions? Stay tuned.